Do you have any other advice overall for women who are just like, I just got out of a marriage, or I just am starting out, I don't know where to go, I don't know where to turn?
I would say go get a mentor or a coach. That's one thing that I've always done, is I always find someone who's doing what I want to do well, and then I go find out either you coach me or who coached you. Like, so get a mentor or a coach, get an accountability group. I'm one of one. I'm in multiple accountability groups because I have terrible self-discipline. So if I'm checking in with someone, it makes me actually do what I said I was going to do.
I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah, so no, like,
We talked about that yesterday. We're like, and it's kind of like, it's great being self-employed, but the problem being self-employed is I can go months and all of a sudden, like, I was in a funk and I'm like, I haven't been doing anything for 2 months.
yeah,
Like,
it makes the dips shorter. And you can have dips, but the better you get at shortening them, the more success you'll have accelerate.
I think having people in your corner help shorten those. We talked about this yesterday, where if you're in a dip, you almost have to blank your slate in order to have a new idea.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you don't give yourself permission to have that because you're like, what's next? What's happening? This I don't. Yeah, so you have to kind of like free everything to enter the next phase, but you don't allow yourself that
You're gonna operate
creativity.
on like 50% capacity instead of being at 100.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't stop, but if you stop for a second, you could get to 100% quicker.
Yeah, slow down, slow down.
Yeah, so get a mentor, get an accountability group, and don't think you know it all. You don't know it. And be okay with that. Don't be afraid to ask questions because of your ego. I would say let your ego. Like, when I went to that mentor, I wasn't afraid to say I want to learn. And he was like, what do you like? What? I'm like, everything you do. I'm just gonna follow you around. And he's okay. Like, stop. I'm like, I told you I don't learn. I just want to learn. Like, I didn't have the ego of like, oh, I need to learn quietly by myself and then just arrive. I'm like, so accountability group, mentor, and drop the ego. Love it. It ain't about you. Nobody cares. Everybody's on Instagram trying to they're looking at you, but they're looking at you through their eyes, comparing them to themselves. So they're really just thinking about